Hi Stampers, happy Friday. Friday Funday. I have got a really pretty card to do for you today. And it is going a totally different way than what you would think with some sunflowers. So I think it's going to be fun. And it turns out really pretty. So I'm just going to get this up on my iPad and give it a second here to see if it takes a minute for people to get notified that we are live. And of course I can hear that my dogs have started barking. Hi Seal, thanks for joining me. Yeah, I don't know why that is. I think it's like they know exactly what time 2 o'clock is or something, so they start barking. I'm not sure. Okay, so let me just try to not make you dizzy and get this mounted. Hi, Sue. All right, get this up where it needs to be. So my name's Jana. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if you are watching this right now on Facebook, it is live. And if you are seeing the replay on YouTube, thanks so much for watching me. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. And in both places, give me a thumbs up. That is greatly appreciated. So if you would like to shop with me, here is the address to my shopping site, and here is the code for July that you can put in at checkout, and just use that code for anything under $150. And if you should spend $35 at least with me before shipping and taxes, I will send you a thank you gift the following month. All right, so these are the stamps and dies that I'm going to be using today. And also I am going to use, I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm going to use one of the label dies from Tasteful Labels. And these are really cool. Several of them have double stitch lines, and then others have kind of this beveled effect on them. They're really pretty dies. And so there you can have a look at these that I'm going to be using. And I did go ahead and die cut some things just to save some time and not make you have to wait through that. I'm using papers from the, I always have to look at the name, hand pinned. The hand pinned papers. They are 12 by 12, and they have very pretty floral designs on one side and more like pastel and white designs on the other sides. And so I'm going to be using these sides today. Totally not doing anything that is going to resemble colors of a sunflower. Thinking outside of the box. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to use the outline of the sunflower, and I'm just going to stick both of these papers together and stick that die on there and run it through my machine real quick. So I'll be right back. So I have a story I got on Amazon, and I ordered magnetic sheets to put my dies on inside of these cases. And I ordered them yesterday. They came today, and I ordered a lot. Well, I ordered 100 of them. They come in packs of 25. And I ordered 4x6 thinking, I didn't measure, that was my mistake, thinking that's what this was. This is 5x7, not 4x6. And I thought, oh, when they came, they'll probably work, but they don't. They're too small. So I put them back in the box and got on. I've never sent anything back to Amazon, I guess, before. And so I got back online and I was looking into sending them back. And what I found was that I have to take it to a UPS store in order to get all my money back. And we don't have one here. The closest one is in Corvallis. So I'm hoping that we are going to make a run to Corvallis so that I can return those. So I went ahead and got back on. Okay, so I've mounted the sunflower and a leaf. And then I went ahead and stamped it once so I can line up my paper. It's just going to take me a few turns here to get it right. There it is. Okay. So anyway, I'm hoping that we make it over there, and I have till the 24th of August. I had no idea. I live really close to the UPS place where all the shipments come into and everything, but that's not a store. And so if you take it to a UPS drop off, they want either $11, I think it was $11.09 or $17.09 is what they will keep of my refund if you take it to a drop-off place. And I'm not sure if that's considered a drop-off place or not. But anyway, yeah, I didn't know. Okay, so there is our pretty pink sunflower. And I'm going to be doing a Highland Heather one. Let me wipe off my stamp. So I'm just using one of our chamois. And I am using our this thing, which has totally flown out of my head, the name of it. Oh, look at that! I threw that right down there and it lined up just right. How weird. Okay. We used to have a staple seal. We don't have that anymore. So, yeah. That stamp is a little wet. A little wet. So maybe while I'm waiting, well, no, I can't do that. Here, let me fan it. What's this called, you guys? Do you know? I'm so embarrassed. It doesn't say on the back either. I hope I'm not the only one that has things go flying out of your head like that. That's embarrassing. Okay. I think it's good now, so I am going to ink it up. So I'm stamping onto that Highland Heather color with Highland Heather ink, and the pink one I don't think I said was Blushing Bride. Okay, here we go. Stamparatus, thank you so much, you guys. Okay. There we go. And you know what I want to get? I want to get a chalkboard eraser to use to go over this. People are making their own little things, and they just rub over the lid or whatever kind of stamp positioner they have. And then you kind of don't have to press down so hard. So I saw someone using an eraser and I thought, hey, that's a good idea. And I'm sure they're probably cheap. And of course I was at Walmart this morning and I totally forgot to go to that section of the store and pick one up, because I'm sure they probably have them there. I looked at Dollar Tree and they didn't have any, but I'm sure Walmart probably does. Okay, so I've got bits and pieces here. These two are ready, and I have leaves to do and centers. So let me just pull these pieces out. And my little tray here, if it looks familiar, it's because it's from frozen, like frozen meals. And I keep them and use them for things like this. They work perfect. And some of them have little dividers in them, and those are good too. I've got some of those too. Okay, so now I've got the leaf stamp mounted on here too. Can you guys see? Let me push that up a little bit. Or let me pull my, oopsie. I'll pull this back a little bit. Hey Sue, thanks for joining. Hi Karen. Okay, I think you guys can see now. All right, so I've put my leaf where I have, I've got it stamped there, and I'm just lining my leaf up. And the color indicated on the package for the green in these papers was garden green. So that is what I'm going to ink the stamp up with over here. And it just stuck there. So there's that. And I'm going to throw that back into my little container. So I've got 3 leaves. One more, and then I'm going to do the middles, the centers of the sunflower. Okay, so I better wipe that off. Gosh, it's been a really pretty 3 days. The last 3 days here have been summer-like, which has been really nice. Okay, so I cut these middles out with that die right there. And I'm not going to worry about any particular way of lining that up. I'm just going to stick it right there in the middle of the flower. And I'm going to, that is Sahara Sand cardstock that I cut those out with. And so I'm just going to ink up on the flower here with that same color. And there, that gives that texture there that will be the middle of the flower. You made 2 joy folds, Sue. You'll have to show them to me somewhere. That was the fold I did the baseball hat cards with. Oopsie. So there's that. All right. And I didn't put away garden greens. So let me do that. They're such a fun fold to do because they're so easy and they usually always turn out so cute. Okay, I'm going to wipe these stamps off and then we are actually going to be ready to start putting this card together. Okay, so I'm doing a slimline. And I'm using a piece of thick white. So I'll get my ruler. I'm pretty sure I know the measurements I did. So I believe it is 9 inches long. Slim lines have 2 sizes. I tend to go with the larger size. So I've got this at 9 inches and then it is 8 inches wide. So it's just a piece of cardstock. You're going to cut the length on the 11.5 inch end to 9 inches and then cut a 1/2 inch off the side, off the 8.5 inch side to make it 8, and then you'll score it at 4 inches. And that gives you your slim line. And I'm just going to crease that a little bit because, like I said, I'm using the thick white and it is a nice heavier cardstock. Okay, so now I've got another piece of this patterned paper from that same collection, and I'm going to use this pretty color here. And there's Coastal, let's see, I think it's Coastal Cabana. Which colors? Because I was looking at the greens in this hand pinned. So the only 2 greens, oh no, there's Mint Macaron and Garden Green. And I was thinking, oh, Pool Party. Pool Party. So that's kind of a blue-green. So I think this is the Mint Macaron, maybe. It might be Pool Party, I'm not sure. It's looking like Mint Macaron to me. All right, but I did bring in some Pool Party ribbon and it matches up exactly. So maybe it's, I'm just not positive if it's what it is, but they work together well. So that's what I cared about. And so what I'm going to do is put a little bit of adhesive right in the middle on each of the sides of the back here. And I'm just going to eyeball this. Let me get some scissors. I'm just going to eyeball it kind of into the middle and fold that over. Okay. And then we'll get this put onto the front of the card. Have you guys done slimline cards? I think they're kind of fun. Just something a little different once in a while. I turned it because there's like more dark down here, and I kind of like that more towards the bottom. So that is why I turned my paper. All right, there we go. And before I put this ribbon away, I'm going to go ahead and make a bow. So I'm just going to do a double finger bow. And then I will struggle to get it off my fingers like I always do. Okay. All right. Don't they just turn out so cute? I think they do. Okay, the bow is ready. You'll have to give a Slimline card a try, Seal. I think the other measurement is 8.5 by 3.5. I think it's just a 1/2 inch smaller than the 9 by 4. I could be wrong, but I know there's just those kind of two different standards of measuring for those. But this one fits into a business size envelope, which I have some right here. So just, you know, the box of them that you can buy at the store, and there you can see how it just fits in there nicely. Okay, so let's bring in all the parts and pieces again, and we can start building. I'm just going to set that aside. We can start building this. So I've got our pretty bases of our sunflowers, and then I had pre-cut out with the dies these parts. Aren't those pretty? So does this get your mind kind of going? I mean, picture these in a foil even. You know, there's just, or like you could do gorgeous red, especially like the darker cherry cobbler red, and maybe brown over the top, or gold. Oh my goodness, that would be so pretty. Okay. So I'm going to use some liquid glue, and let me first, I got to line these up like I did when I stamped them. I have to find the right combination of where they go. I'll get it. It just takes a minute. Takes a minute. I'm gonna get it because you know I'm determined. Nope. I had it figured out how to line them up. There was like 4 petals that ran together that I know I've been around this circle. There it is. Okay. I knew I had been around that circle once already. All right, so let me just hold that in place. That's the easiest thing to do. And then as long as I get the glue kind of in this area right here, we should be fine. There we go. And then I just need to hold it there for a second so that it will stick. And we'll do the pink one. Okay, come on. There we go. So I think I've got a block here. I will just set that block on there. And we'll go through this process again. There it is. It's like a puzzle. Okay. Fortunately, when it comes to doing the leaves, you don't have to spin it in circles. I'm going to grab another block. Okay, time for the leaves. And I will just set the centers up there. So with the leaves, all I'm going to do is just dab a little bit of glue here in the center in these whitest areas and just carefully down the middle. And then pop them. So you might be wondering why I stamped when I'm putting the white over the top. It does make a big difference because I tried it, you know, I played around with it without doing the stamping, and the stamping just adds so much detail in behind that, I mean, you'll really, if you try this and you have this set, you'll see what I mean. It just adds a lot than if you don't stamp it. All right, one more. I can feel my fingers getting sticky. Okay, I'm going to grab a wipe real quick so I can get the sticky off my fingers. Okay. Now, the middle, I'm just going to glue those on as well. And that was another thing that I tried. I was going to not, I was just going to leave it like this because, you know, the middle of the flower shows through. And there was just something about it I didn't like. And I thought, let me just try adding a middle. And then I liked it so much better. And if you wanted, you could put glitter on the middle if you wanted glitter on your card. I think that would be really pretty too. Okay, we're getting there. So I'm just going to set those there and give them a second to dry. And I think on this one I am going to do this congratulations on reaching a whole new level of wonderful. Oopsie. And let me turn it this way. I'm going to stamp it in the Highland Heather. Hi Nancy, thanks for joining me. All right. Okay, now this is what I'm going to cut out with the tasteful labels. And I think, oh, that one's cute too. My plan was this one. Let me see. Nope, that one's too little. So let me try this other one. Oh yeah, that's going to look very pretty. Okay. Let's get this lined up right. All right, I'm gonna cut that real quick. Now I want you to see, let me hold this up. Can you see the edge there around that creates? But it also has left that embossed edge around this. So you can use these tasteful label dies more than one way, because the ones that have the stitching do the same thing. They'll leave stitching around the negative, what I'm calling the negative part of what you cut out, and they'll be stitching around the actual label too. So if you wanted to create a frame, say cut this evenly and smaller and pop up your center, then you would have that embossed design there as well as on your label, and the same with the stitched ones. So yeah, these tasteful label dies they're just really nice dies. And I think the round one is so cool. So it cuts out that kind of zigzag right in the middle and then has that fun stitching on either side of it. And so there's about equal amounts of the ones with the kind of beveled edges and then the ones with the stitched edges. Okay, so now let me bring the card back over. And I'm going to just set this down here for right now because I want to make sure that I leave plenty enough room for that. And then I've got these little sprigs. These are also on the die set, these right here. And I'm going to want some up there like that. And down here. I have to get it all in place and then I can start gluing and putting dimensionals on. there. I think that would look really pretty like that. And then this one is going to go up here. And this one is going to go there. Okay. So let me start gluing. All right. So I'm just going to put some drops of glue on here. You don't need a lot. This glue is very sticky and it dries fast. I really like this glue, but it's definitely one that you use sparingly. Okay, there is that one. And I don't, there's a hair. I don't really need to put much of, if any, glue down towards the bottom because they're going to be tucked under the flower anyway. But I'll stick just a little bit. There we go. Get back on there. Okay, and now the leaf. Okay, I'm just going to set that there because I need to grab my dimensionals. So I do like to put just a little bit of glue at the bottom, and then I like to pop the top out. Like that. And then this is going to get popped up. So we'll put one in the middle and a few around the edges. Like that. So what are you guys thinking of this non-traditional sunflower? Hi, Sue. Nice to see your name. I hope all is going well for you. I've got lots of Sues, 3 different Sues. Okay, so let me just pull this up a little bit right there like that. And then this one, I'm going to be tucking it under the other one a little bit, so I don't need to put dimensionals around all the sides. That's probably good enough. And I'm not going to tuck it too far, just a little bit. Okay, get unstuck there. There we go. And while you're watching me get this put together, I want you to be thinking about this. So I brought out these blingity blings. So we've got the Genial Gems and the Elegant Faceted Gems. Now these, see the color? So you guys think about this, and in a minute I will ask you again, should I use those or should I use these clear ones or even the white ones? All right. Oh, was I holding that up too high? So either the clear or the white of these or the green of those. So you guys can let me know in a minute what your vote is on that. And I'm just going to do the same with each leaf. I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the bottom and a dimensional at the top. And then this leaf is going to get kind of stuck in here between the two flowers, like that. And this one is going to go down here. Like that. And then, oh, that one got stuck already. I can pull it off, I think. Wow, that dimensional stuck only to that. Come on, don't be, there we go. All right. So I'm gonna cut some of that off because I don't need to. I think at this point, before I put those on, I'm gonna go ahead and do my label so I don't have any mishaps with that. And what I'm doing, because these lines on this pattern paper are wonky, is I'm just trying to get it straight there. Let me hold it up and see. I think that looks pretty good, actually. Okay, so I will get a little bit of glue on this. I think I better just cut that whole thing off there. I'm almost needing my tweezers. I just kind of wanted it to overlap the label just a bit because I think that looks pretty. And then, yeah, that one's gonna shove up under there. No problemo. And then we'll get the bow on, and then you can tell me which blingity bling bling you think I should put on there. And that's what I will do. So I'm going to stick the bow on with a couple of glue dots. And that is going to go right there on the ribbon. Okay. Thanks, Karen. Which bling did you guys, what's your vote? The green or the clear or the white? Do you want to see my first card and you'll see what I put on it? So I went with the clear, and it picks that color up underneath anyways. So I went with this one, but there's the kind of pearly white. Can you kind of see that pearl? And then the green. Somebody make a suggestion. The first suggestion I see is what I'm going to use. Karen left to go make supper. So green, white, or clear? Somebody has to tell me. Green. Green it is. Thanks, Sue. All right. I have not cut this open. I haven't used these yet. Let me just cut this open. So did I finish my magnet story? I guess my dilemma is I'm going to have to, hopefully we'll get over to Corvallis and we'll return those magnets. And in the meantime, I went back in and ordered the 5x7 ones. They were priced a little bit higher, but that's okay. I wanted the right size. Okay, let's see what happens with these green ones. I think the color might get a little more intense. Very pretty. So I'm going to put a big one and a little one. Like that. And then I'll put another little one down here. That's kind of what I did. That's what I did on the other one. Okay, very pretty. And the green is what I was going to go with on the first one. And then I went with the clear. There's not a great amount of difference, except for the fact that these green ones have a little bit of glitter in them, and the clear ones do not. So what do you guys think? Do you like doing the sunflowers in a non-traditional color? I just liked the whole pastel thing, and when I'm looking at it, I'm not necessarily seeing sunflowers. I'm just seeing pretty flowers. But it gives you, you know, that alternative way of looking at your stamp set, that you don't just have to do sunflowers. I mean, do traditional sunflower colors. Here are the stamps and dies again. It's really a lovely set. And if you like to color, boy, can you make these sunflowers beautiful. And really, they've got so much detail on them already that if you just go in with a little bit of darker color and flick it out, they turn out gorgeous without a lot of effort. All right, so that is the card. I'm not going to put anything on the inside just yet because I think that with both of the greetings that are on the outsides of these cards, you can make their, you know, they can be used for different things. They could definitely be birthday cards or thinking of you cards, or, you know, there's different purposes with the greetings that are on the outside. But I hope you guys liked this and like the whole Slimline. Again, it's a 9x4 card. And happy stamping and have a great weekend. I will be back on over on YouTube at 5 o'clock on Tuesday. Hope to see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.